Are you someone that's currently on your photography journey and you're thinking to yourself, I think it might be time to start trying to make a couple bucks using my camera skills, doing portraits, real estate photography, wedding photography, family shoots, micro sessions, or whatever it might be. You have a portfolio built out, a website, a Facebook, but you're not quite landing clients. Well, I want to go over my personal advertising strategy that I use solely using Facebook, and honestly, I get very promising results from it. Welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, I've been going over in the last few videos kind of like what you have to do to get started to make photography a decent side hustle for you. Well, I wanted to expand on that topic more, and let's do that right now. Let's go ahead and dive into Facebook here, and we're gonna go ahead and create an ad campaign for the 2024 year. Now here's my Facebook page. I have posts about every one of my events that I do. Over here on the left-hand side, you see Ad Center, you see Create Ads. I personally don't use Create Ads. I find that creating a post and then boosting this post gives me the best results. And I'm gonna go over the things I do that I feel like increases my odds of booking a client. Okay, so first we're gonna need some text. So what are my goals here? I wanna book clients for 2024 for the wedding season. I always like to start it off with a question because it prompts interest and intrigue. Let's go with something I've used in the past, which is, are you looking for a wedding photographer to capture your big day? ? Then I want to express that I am open for 2024 bookings. So let's go ahead and type that out. And now booking dates for 2024. Just because I've been asked this question so many times, I usually put my location right in the post. So let's go ahead and do that, along with the idea that I am willing to travel. So let's go ahead and type that out. The last two things I like to do is send me a message, letting them know I prefer to talk to you immediately rather than looking at my website or thinking about it. You really want to get them talking with you as soon as possible to show that you're genuinely interested in helping them find a solution to capture their big day. So I usually say something kind of casual, kind of friendly, like send me a message here and let's chat and see if I would be a good fit to capture your wedding. And lastly, always link your website. www.joseph.valenti.yt. Now this is the default picture for my website, but we're gonna go ahead and make sort of like a little mini portfolio, if you will, showcasing my work. And I'm just gonna go ahead and select a few photos here. Okay, so here are the photos I went with, kind of showcasing core weddings. Here's what I find is important. Showcase what photos that excites you the most, that really speaks to what you bring to the table and how you express yourself creatively. There's always gonna be those generic photos that everyone takes, but if there's specific shot styles that you like more than others, that's gonna be what you wanna post, because you wanna be genuine to your couple, saying, this is my style, this is my editing style. If you like it, I might be a good fit for you. But if you're not really liking the photos I posted here, I might not be your best option. At the end of the day, you want people that like your style, because it's gonna both make yourself happy because you get to, do you, and you're gonna make your clients happy because that's what they want as well, genuinely. All right, so that's the initial post, looking pretty good in my opinion. Next thing we're gonna go ahead and do is this little option down here called Boost Posts. After we click that and post, it should take us right to the advertising screen. So here we are on the Boost Post menu. There's a couple things that I personally think works better. I've tried quite a few of them. Now there's a few options here, but I find that send message, because a lot of people just want to type and talk with your first contact. Next thing we're gonna do is edit this messaging template you see here. This greeting is gonna be, hi, so-and-so, are you looking for a photographer to capture your wedding or engagement? Question number one is, I'm interested, can you tell me more? I'm gonna leave that open with no answer because I'm just gonna talk to him at that point. For question number two, I'm gonna go with one of my most frequent questions, and that is, what is your website? And then for the answer, I'll put my website, which is joseph.valenti.yt. And here's a preview of what that looks like. And for question three, because maybe people aren't having a wedding that see your ad, is, do you offer other photography services? And we're gonna leave that one open-ended as well. I'm gonna save that down. In this section, you can see where you wanna get the message. I simply just have it in Facebook Messenger to keep it simple. And here's gonna be the most important part, your targeting for your audience. We're gonna go ahead and create a new one for you guys so we can start from scratch. So let's go ahead and create new. We'll go ahead and create an audience name so you can reference this in the future, and we'll just call it Wedding 2024. I find that targeting women specifically results in more messages. So let's go ahead and click women. And now we're gonna talk about age. I find that 21 to 42 has the best results for me. And honestly, the idea there is pretty simple. I feel like the majority of engagements happen within that age gap. Next, we're gonna do location. Simple. How far are you willing to travel? Don't advertise in Hawaii if you're not willing to travel to Hawaii. For me, I usually try and give it like a 3-hour circle radius. So look on Google Maps and figure out what that is for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this out real quick for myself. All right, so now that I have my locations down, we're gonna go ahead and kind of put this kind of like tags, if you will, further narrowing your audience down so it doesn't get shown to people that might not need a wedding photographer. So let's go ahead and put wedding photography. It's a good suggestion. Weddings, another good suggestion. Engaged, good suggestion. Wedding planner, I find I use a lot. See if there's any other ones if I just type wedding here. But more often than not, these are the 4 I use. Wedding photography, weddings, wedding planner, and engaged. Now you see down here, it's gonna give you like an estimate if your audience is too broad, too narrow, or defined. And we're sitting here right in the green here, which is great. My estimated audience size is between 200,000 and 236,000. So when I go ahead and click Save Audience, it's going to have it here. And I have my other audiences that I've used in the past. And once we have our audience created, we're gonna go ahead and scroll down and look at the duration here. Now you can play around with this. I definitely recommend getting holidays in there. So like Labor Day weekend is this weekend. That's the reason why I'm doing it now. I find that, figuring out what holidays people get engaged during is the best way to start targeting when you're first starting off. So Christmas, very important. The entire time frame between December and March 1, extremely important. You got New Year's, Valentine's Day, Christmas. It's just a very high engagement rate time of year. But this duration, it's totally up to you. I usually like to do 14 days, so let's go ahead and put 14 days in there. Now here's the big thing. This isn't free, this is gonna cost money. When you're first starting off, you're seeing these numbers, you're like, I don't really have this money. But if you're confident in your work, you can't think of it as like, I'm losing this money. Think of this number as my dollar cost acquisition to acquiring a new client. So if you're booking a wedding for, you're starting off $1,000, let's say you do a $50 advertising campaign and land 1 client, that means your dollar cost acquisition for that client was $50. But that's okay because you made $950 from spending that $50. So adjusting your mindset, recognizing that spending money to make money in this scenario is definitely worth the investment in yourself. For me, because I've been doing this for a little while, I'm gonna go ahead and have a $150 budget for these 2 weeks. I'm still happy if I land 1 client with this, because to me, even if it's 1 client, it's worth it because I'm gonna make a good bit of money off the deal, as well as continue to grow my exposure and my portfolio. And now let's go ahead and click Boost Post now. And as you can see here, lastly, it's in review, can take up to 24 hours. I mean, like, as long as you're not doing anything bad, it's not gonna get denied. And there you have it. Here's my post on the page. It's gonna be reviewed. It's gonna start getting results once it is posted. A couple other quick tips here is you are gonna start getting messages. Try and respond to them as soon as possible. Answer any questions they might have. And really your end goal from your initial conversation is book a consultation call as soon as possible. Get them on the phone, talk with them, be honest with them with who you are as a photographer and your style. You really want to see if you vibe with each other. You really want clients that love your style, as well as you want clients that you feel like you can work with and be comfortable with. As I know when you're first starting off, it's extremely exciting to get clients. You have to keep in mind, not all clients are for you. It's okay to say no if you don't think you'd be good at capturing their day. I know it's extremely hard to say no initially, and saying no gets easier as you build up your portfolio. But I just want to stress that you have to keep that in mind. As always, let me know if you have any questions about this advertising thing. It might be very new to a lot of you. I found out what works for me through trial and error, and that's why I wanted to share with you guys what I found works with me and hopefully help you guys out as well. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please consider hitting that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next one.